we've reached the end of my story. Through all the principles, doctrines, and applications, I hope that one thing stands out far and above the rest. The fulcrum upon which all this dialogue turns is also the theme of these videos, podcasts, and blog entries. How to meet our Father. In the end, it's all about the relationship you have with your Creator and your Redeemer. How you meet Him is by opening up your heart and mind to what He has to say to you and allow Him to guide you on the path that He's laid out for you. The search for truth is an absolute one, and there are a number of things in heaven and earth that remain a mystery to us. These mysteries remain elusive from our understanding for any number of possible reasons. These reasons hang largely on our ability to understand the ebb and flow of the universe, which is both finite and infinite. Our desire to know the deep things upon which most save only for philosophers and poets to decipher and discern. We may never take the intellectual journey into the infinite because of our roots in reality that hold us back from the worries and concerns of universal plights. Or perhaps when we peer over the ledge of the cliff that looks out into the vast ocean of knowledge, we shrink back from that daunting task and with overwhelming responsibility and say such a vast thing can never wholly be known, let alone understood. Or finally, perhaps you have fallen prey to the most terrifying trap of all intellectual and philosophical pursuits. You don't care. To those of you who would journey into the ever-expanding land of unknown truth, a land where reality gives birth to another, stretching you further and further from your destination, the source of which existence turns and its truth springs from eternal fountains, you will yet be faced with more challenges that will waylay your journey, stretch the road beneath your feet, and send you blindly down the wrong path. The truth that we shall not be able to see and know all things is real enough, without adding to the possibility of our mind not being ready to receive the truth that should be revealed to us, or simply knowing that some things are not ours to tamper with. Yet, even worse than the things that would naturally derail us from the quest of truth are the outside forces that would push us off the path and thrust us onto a road of destiny of their design. Perhaps that's why you're here. Your journey to know the universe by knowing your Creator has led you to reject the philosophies, the ideologies, and even theologies you yourself have been taught and grown up with. You've rejected the notion that there is no Creator and have embraced the purpose for your life outside of your own desires. Yet, you have rejected the notion of fairy tales, of the pantheon of gods molded in the imagery of humanity. Even of the religions who've laid out a plausible scenario of creation and atonement you cannot stomach because of the cruel and capricious nature of their deity. You're tired of being misled or being asked to disconnect your mind and your heart in order to embrace conflicting truths and corrupted agendas. You have the right to the truth about the origin of creation hidden by self-serving agendas, the name of the Creator you seek, and the purpose of the Redeemer He sent. You should be taught how to learn and think critically, finding any and all cracks of logic that they use to lay down their foundation. Your identity and purpose must never be withheld from you, for even the stars twinkle with the light of destiny, though it is not your own that they foretell. The fact remains, however, that forces vie for your affection, whether they be called angels or demons or Elohims or devils. You must know their plans for you, your family, friends, and neighbors. The truth and lies of money, business, politics, government, redemption, or deception. The pursuit of truth and knowledge should be a carefully and patiently treaded path. Knowledge is power. However, power without knowledge or knowledge without power can quickly deter you from the path of the created absolute truth and knowledge. I am a pilgrim, such as yourself, making as much progress as I can, given the speed of my heart and my head will allow. Each time upon meeting our Father, I find my journey extended even further, because He has sent me onward to discover new things and to learn more truth on a greater and longer adventure. However, sometimes I find he sends me back to the beginning of my current class because I failed to learn the lesson he had for me and require that I do things differently under his guidance. Regardless of when we move on or start over, we should always press on. Why should you believe that I and the group of fellow believers I have joined in with have found a way to know our Father and say the things I say, believing I know that they're true? Because I know the principles Yahweh has laid out. Then, by applying logic to my faith, I can see the course that stretches out before me. Finally, am I able to go somewhere where He wants me to and do as He planned? Not rocket science. It's faith. Faith, but not as the world gives. The faith of the world says to trust even though you don't understand. Yahweh wants to be known, and He wants to be understood. That's why He created you. That's how He created you. He gave you the ability to see and understand the past, to make a projection for the future, to make a decision for now. Even though the world around you says it doesn't work or it'll never work, you can stand fast in the evidence and the substance of the unseen and hoped for. Faith is logic, and there is a logic to faith. And that is how we at the Sea Star Mariners know that what Yahweh has to say is true. That is how I've come to know personally. I've reflected on my life as I've come to the new knowledge of the Creator, and I see the lessons that I have learned as the events have occurred. Being able to apply the life lessons to the life I've lived showed me just how true His word is for the day, especially for the individual. From where I was to where I am now, I could not have gotten closer to the Creator and my Redeemer had I jumped on a plane that hurled through the sky at 1,000 miles per hour. I hope I've helped you make sense of it all, to help you remove the cloud of confusion and set you on a path to the relationship with your Creator. It is because someone took the time to mentor me the way that Yahweh would have wanted that I'm sitting here sharing these things with you, hoping that I or someone in the Sea Star Mariner could mentor you in how to meet your Creator, your Redeemer, and our Father. Thank you.